Hi everyone and welcome back to Europeans in Taiwan. This video series is funded by the European Union office here in Taiwan, and this is where me and Mumu are traveling around the entire European Union here in Taiwan. And today we are visiting my absolute favorite country growing up in Sweden. But more about that later. I think we're going to start with a little bit of introductions. We get to know these very tall people a little bit better.
My name is Ulko Gardner and I am the Director of Administration and Consular Affairs here at the Netherlands office in Taipei. 1.5 years ago I saw that the job came available, so I immediately applied. And I moved here 9 months ago.
My name is Anouk van der Steen. I'm the head of the innovation department here at the Netherlands office Taipei. Almost here for 4 years. First time visiting Taiwan was in 2017. I cycled around the island at the time with 2 of my friends from the Netherlands, which was amazing. We really had the best time ever. I think I still look at this as my most favorite holiday.
So my name is Lisa. I'm a policy officer at Netherlands office Taipei. I came about a year ago to Taiwan, visited my friend who was studying in Taiwan, and I liked it so much. We did a tour around the island that I was like, oh, if I ever get the chance to come back here and work here, then I would definitely take it. So I've been here now for a year and I really like it. Yeah.
Before you came to Taiwan, how much did you know about it?
I didn't know much, to be honest, and I was quite surprised when I arrived here how well everything organized is and how easy it is to travel.
I do think Taiwan became much more well known to a lot of people, like also at home. My parents like talk about Taiwan and they say like, oh yeah, I saw this on TV or something, and then they actually got really excited to also come visit. Yeah.
Looking back to like your first impressions of Taiwan, has there been any surprises along the way that you were like, oh, this would never work in the Netherlands?
I hosted a few months ago a small birthday/housewarming party for my friends. And in the Netherlands, if you host a party, you provide the food and the drinks. And it was very hard to explain to them that I will provide the food and the drinks and you don't have to bring anything. Because they want to bring something. But in the Netherlands way of hosting a party, you provide.
I would just assume that you all go Dutch though.
No.
Like, I can understand why they would have that stereotype. Everyone brings their own food and eat it.
No, they got an invoice when they left, but no, that's a joke.
Taiwan is similar size as the Netherlands, relatively small. At the time I was like, yeah, maybe you get the feeling that you did everything in Taiwan. But that's really not the case. So I'm here now almost 4 years and I'm traveling a lot. Like every weekend we try to be somewhere in the mountains with waterfalls or new hiking trails. And still we are exploring new places and new beautiful spots. So that's really surprised me of Taiwan.
You already done like the Huandaos. I know, of course, like the Dutch way would be on a bike.
Yeah, so I did the bike and it was really fun because in this way we also got the opportunity to meet with a lot of locals. People came over, they were curious about what we were doing. Actually, one thing which I can add, which I got to learn during this trip, is that every police station in Taiwan offers also water. When you see a police station, you can fill up your water bottles.
What did you do to end up in a police station the first time?
Yeah, that's a good one. No, we read about it at the Southern Point and then we're like, let's try. And indeed, the door was open. We were really warmly received, and there was like a big tank with water, mainly for cyclists to fill up their water bottles.
What would you say is the best thing about Taiwan?
Everywhere you look, you see mountains. We have one, 320 meters, I think. Yeah, we're proud of it.
That's not a mountain. That's like a
so
hill.
That's also my opinion. Especially when you're here, you see that we indeed don't have mountains.
They have like a list of like, it's called like Baiyue, which is like the top 100 peaks in Taiwan.
I did a few, yes.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
No.
I can recommend.
On a bike or actually like...
No, this is too much on the bike. No.
But we love the U-bike system. But the system is perfect. We don't have that in the Netherlands at all. In bigger cities you have mainly for tourists, but you have to bring it back to where you pick it up. Okay. And not to drop it somewhere and walk a little bit or take an MRT and then take another bike.
If you are not aware of this, basically the Dutch stereotype, at least from a Swedish perspective, is that you're all tall, check, and you bike. You're basically like born on 2 wheels. That's like the impression.
We have more bicycles than people in the Netherlands.
You see. So now we're here in the Netherlands office, Taipei. Why are we not in the Holland office, Taipei? And what is the difference between the Netherlands and Holland?
Well, Holland is actually only two provinces in the Netherlands. We have North Holland and South Holland. And during the 17th century, those were the provinces that were most prominent in the world. But actually, if you want to be mostly accurate and want to incorporate all the provinces, also the South Waarvan, which is kind of like a small appendix to the Netherlands, then you need to use the full name, which is the Netherlands. Yeah.
It's very confusing for us because we would study German in school, which is Deutschland, and then you guys, regardless if you're from the Netherlands or from Holland, you call yourself Dutch. Which also doesn't make any sense.
And we speak Dutch.
And you speak Dutch as well. I don't think we're going to go into the language too much. It's basically, if you ever heard me speak Swedish, just rewind and listen on it like backwards. And that's how Dutch sounds. But if someone would actually go and visit the Netherlands or Holland, what would be like the most important phrase or sentence for them?
I think very important words are lekker, which means
Good.
yeah, but also you can say it to a lot of different things. So for food, if it's good, you say lekker, but you can also say the weather is lekker. So it's indeed like a very positive word related to a lot of different items. And the other word is gezellig. Which is often hard to pronounce for foreigners. Sort of related to cozy, being together, having a lot of fun. These two words, I think, are
It's a good basic.
Are there any like similarities between the Netherlands and Taiwan that maybe you weren't aware of before you came here, and you were like, actually, although we're like so far apart, there's actually like a lot of similarities.
The acceptance both in the Netherlands and here, and that's a good thing. So I'm really happy about that to see that that's possible and everyone can be who they are. So I cycle to the office whenever I can, like when the weather allows. That's around like almost an hour.
So you're biking an hour to work?
Almost an hour, yeah, 50 minutes, yeah.
That's crazy.
No, yeah, so for us that doesn't feel crazy.
Oh my God, maybe I'm just...
So happy to be outside during the time rather than otherwise I will take the metro, which also works good and is convenient, but I prefer to have a little bit of space and spend it outside.
As a Swede, we do of course have some stereotypes about the Dutch people and the Netherlands other than them being tall, and that is tulips, windmills, logs, like wooden shoes, and the reason for why I think, at least growing up, that Netherlands was the best country in the entire world, the color orange. Where does the color orange come from?
The name of the royal family is the House of Orange. It's their surname, actually.
What could, for example, Taiwanese tourists or other tourists expect?
Amsterdam is amazing. Like you have super beautiful old houses, and it's really a special place to be. You mentioned also the windmill. So there is, I know a lot of Taiwanese go there. It's called Kinderdijk, and it's a beautiful area where you see the old windmills. And actually, the windmills at the time were used for also water, to bring water from one side to the other in order to be able to live under sea level. And the Netherlands is still like a lot, like I think 60%, like between 40 and 60%.
Schiphol Airport is
on the sea level. And then we have a dike system, so that protects us against the water.
Is that why you're so tall? Just to reach above sea level? Okay.
And there's a lot of many cool museums, I think, in the Netherlands that are worth visiting. Like, for example, if you're interested in like 17th century painters, there's like, Vermeer, the Girl with the Pearl. We have Rembrandt, very famous painters, and you can see a lot of those in Amsterdam in the museums. And because I'm personally from the south, I would also recommend to go there, because I know a lot of people only travel to Amsterdam, Utrecht, Rotterdam, the big cities. But in the south, we actually do have some hills, which I think it's it's like a change of scenery, and yeah, it's just a different vibe.
There's a huge difference between Swedish and Taiwanese food. The only thing I know about Dutch food is stroopwafels, which, by the way, is like the most amazing thing in the world. And I had a Dutch colleague in Sweden, and she said that in Netherlands you have a sandwich and you put like ice cream sprinkles.
Not ice cream, but chocolate sprinkles.
Yeah.
Yes.
Chocolate sprinkles.
Yeah.
But like sprinkles that you would have on ice cream normally.
In other countries.
Oh yes.
Like normal.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you mean ice cream sprinkles? No, I never heard this word before.
We call
Okay, yes. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
And that is that like food? Would you eat that like above the age of 4?
Yes,
I eat it. I love it.
Yes, I also bring it from the Netherlands
Yeah,
every
me
time
too.
I go back. And almost every morning I eat bread with, for us, chocolate sprinkles. It's called hagelslag.
Yeah.
Hagelslag.
Yes, and it's really, really tasty.
And common, yeah. I don't know what
For
the
us,
issue is now.
It's not a weird thing.
You import your own as well, like Taiwanese sprinkles would not work.
Found a small bottle, but it was like this small, and it was clearly to put on ice cream or something like that.
Yeah, like normal people.
And Tom was like, "I'm gonna finish this in 2 days," and I'm like,
But it was how big of a pack are we talking about with sprinkles?
Yeah, so you have, I think the normal size is this. But I do agree with you mentioned also related to the food, because the food is here amazing, but a lot of things are more oily. So I do think you need to watch what you're eating here.
Says the people who eat stroopwafels and chocolate sprinkles on toast every single morning. But if, let's say, Taiwanese people don't have a chance to maybe go and visit the Netherlands anytime soon, is there anything that people might find here in Taiwan from the Netherlands? Or can you still experience the Dutch vibe?
I think it would be good to go to Tainan. Like there's a lot of Dutch influences still in Tainan, so there's a lot of history. 2024, there's going to be a year where we mark 400 years relations between the Netherlands and Taiwan. Year of innovation and culture, where we have different activities in order to look back and see everything that's being developed between the Netherlands and Taiwan.
"There's the Taipei Performing Arts Center." You might have seen it's this big, futuristic-looking building with a big sphere in the middle.
That up in Shilin, like Jiantan Station.
Jiantan Station. That one is actually designed by Rem Koolhaas, which is a world-famous Dutch architect.
I came here like 12 years ago the first time. Then it was a food market, and they have been like under construction ever since, I feel. So that's finally done now.
Down and it's open, and it's a very spectacular building.
I would actually love to check that out.
Shall we try to go there?
Now.
Why not?
Sure. Let's do it the Dutch way. And here we are at TPACT. This is how Dutch people do it when they're serious about the daily commute. So you have a baby as well, like on the bike as well, and you have a baby here in Taiwan.
Actually, 2 babies.
2 babies.
So I delivered, yeah.
Well, the other one needs to improvise, I tell you that.
I have another bike also with a seat on the back. And now indeed two babies that were born both here in Taiwan.
Oh, really? Here in Taiwan?
Yes.
What? Okay. How was that? Like,
good experience actually. So I got pregnant here, and then we had to decide if we would deliver back in the Netherlands or here in Taiwan. But getting to know the system, getting to know our doctor, we felt comfortable enough to indeed deliver the babies here. And it's a good experience. We have a really amazing doctor. So really happy about it. There is some differences related to the delivery. One, I think, big thing is that here people are used to stay quite long after in the hospital, and actually after they go to the delivery hotel.
Did you get like the 1 month hotel or something?
So this is something we are not interested in too much. I prefer to be home and have like the little family at the house. So
and then like straight back on the bike. Like,
well,
you haven't been on the bike for 48 hours. Let's go.
It was done the way we wanted it, so that was really good.
Oh wow, that's amazing. I cannot wait to come back here, but I think right now it's too lovely of a day to actually go inside and enjoy a beautiful performance. So I think that maybe we would take our bikes and our skates and head back to the Netherlands office in Taipei.
Right, let's go.
Let's go.
Where's my bike? And now we're back here in the office. Thank you so much for showing me around the Performance Arts Center. But now I have a little bit more information about the building and also the very cool design. I think I already know the answer to this, and it will just be eating chocolate sprinkles all day long. But other than that, what are you actually doing here in the office?
Well, my team and I are making sure that the office is running, that we have an office, that there is light and that it's clean, and that we have coffee and tea. And I'm responsible for the consular department, so we have Dutch people who apply for a passport. A lot of questions about the working holiday visa. We can have 100 persons from Taiwan applying for a visa per year. We opened our calendar for 50 slots a few weeks ago, and in half a day all slots were filled. So it's very popular for people to go 1 year. They can stay in the Netherlands, can work or not, or it's up to them what to do, just to explore. Keep track of our socials, and then there we will mention when the new slots will be opened.
I'm the head of the innovation department, so we specifically look at science and technology collaboration between the Netherlands and Taiwan. Try to see like, hey, these people are working on this, these people are working this, and how can we combine this in order to get something better and hopefully start an innovation project.
Can we already see like the results of this collaboration somehow?
We had a demonstration of fiber optic sensing technology on the damper ball in Taipei 101. So they are measuring the movement of the damper ball the moment there is an earthquake, and then see like how this damper ball is creating the safety for Taipei 101. It's good to know that there's Dutch technology being implemented here.
So basically, like the highest point of Netherlands is the technology in Taipei 101. And what do you do when the chocolate sprinkles are out here in the office?
Well, then we definitely eat them. Help out our team on cultural activities and public diplomacy. In the back, I try to keep track of developments in Taiwan, economically, socio-economically developments.
Thank you so much for inviting me here to the office.
Thank you.
And hopefully you learned a little bit more about Netherlands and Holland as well. And of course, you also have a chance to participate in the Mumu giveaway, and this time you will actually have a chance to win a bubble milk tea cup holder from the European office. All you have to do is to go on the European Union social media, both Instagram, Facebook and Twitter, and then follow their post when they are making a post about this video on their social media as well. You have all the information there. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Lukas. Starts with L as in like, ends with S as in subscribe. Please do both, and see you all in the next one.